The design journey for the plant office of Bajaj Auto Limited manufacturing plant. Dear friends, I want to tell you the design story for the plant office we have designed for Bajaj Auto. The plant office for Bajaj Auto is located in the center of a site we have master planned for Bajaj Auto in Chakan phase 3. The entire campus is 188 meters and the plant office is right in the center like an epicenter so that it has proximity to all the facilities planned in the campus. Taking this further, this campus was designed for 2,000 people and the plant office, as I said, was an epicenter where visitors, people working and running the plant would come together. So our core design strategy stemmed from the building having an architectural character, a strong user sensitivity and an ecological sensitivity, because we wanted the building to positively contribute to the planet. So keeping these three aspects of architectural character, user sensitivity and ecological sensitivity, we tried to fuse them and create a building. The building is literally crafted from a mass which is almost 20 meters by 50 meters in length. So this was the starting point. Unfortunately, the longer sides of the building were facing west and east, this being north and this being south, because that was the land parcel available. So we decided that the best light given this condition and the sun path from east to west via south would be the morning light. So mass was sculpted out to create a double height volume on the east, and the west being the harsh kind of space in terms of sunlight, because between 12 to 6 the sun would be in this quadrant. We decided to keep the western mass as an insulating mass with a lot of shading along this axis so that the western heat is reduced, and then have a split level office on the top which is shaded. But to make this split level section interesting, we decided to introduce a landscape garden which cuts through the built mass. So you have a lower office here and an upper office here, and both kind of visually come together because of this garden. As we go along, when I show you the plans and sections, you will understand. And then this entire roof and in this entire form was then covered with not a kind of a east light truss which spanned almost 15 meters with opening to the east, and east light was taken in from here. And that's the kind of form at the end, as you see, as the building stands. Moving further, I will now take you through the architectural planning in a little bit of detail. So as you can see, the northern side of the building is on this side. This is west, this is east, and this is south. And given the sun path of east to west, the lower office, which is on the lower split level, is kind of east facing, but all the workstations are perpendicular to the entry of light, so not a single workstation kind of gets glare. And then we have a beautiful garden which kind of acts as an axis to the plan which cuts through the building. So this is the garden as a hatchet which kind of cuts through the building. And then we have all the shared spaces like meeting rooms, conference rooms, storages along this side, which is facing west, above which we have the split level in section. So what happens is this space in section overlooks this entire space, which is kind of a huge double height space, which you will see in the section. On purpose, we have tried to locate the servant spaces like toilets, pantries and wet areas on the ends so that they're kind of equidistant from either side. At the same time, it is very easy to remove the plumbing lines and then connect it to the the main service loop of the campus. Taking this thought further, if we now see the section, in fact, I would want you to see the plan and the section together. So this is that split level on the top, and this is the garden below. This is the garden below, and this is the lower office. So there's a beautiful visual integration between the two. And below the split level, we have all the shared spaces, including conference and meeting rooms. So what happens is you get a very interesting section which kind of opens up to the east, and we've opened windows so that all the cool air comes in and the hot air kind of escapes out from there. And at the same time, there is a feeling of space because you have a very interesting volume that is created which a typical office would not have. So just to give you a sense of proportion, this span is about 15 meters, and the building is almost 50 meters long, and there are a series of trusses along these axes which kind of define the space with its east light coming in, and you got a wonderful section with a lot of landscape cutting through, and it's a very interesting place which celebrates light and volume. A little bit about the passivity of the space and the sustainable aspect. So we have used on the peripheral walls rat trap bond. So rat trap bond gives us an advantage of cutting down 8 degrees centigrade heat in summers. Pune summers have started touching between 40 to 42 degrees centigrade. So 8 degrees of cooling is there, and we've opened the west for wind. So we have winds coming in from the west at cardinal points in the building, which kicks up all the hot air, and through stack effect from the east skylight we have suction so that all the hot air is removed. At 8-meter height we have planned air conditioning ducts which go along this way, which are evaporatively cooled. So evaporative cooling kind of reduces air conditioning load by 7 times as compared to normal air conditioning. And we have used a simple principle that if you have ducts which supply evaporative cooling air, they're complemented with HVLS fans which are having a diameter of almost 3.65 meters, almost 12 feet, and then they create a beautiful draft which gives comfort conditions in this double height space, which is this space. So with use of rat trap bond, with use of smart ventilation systems, good natural light coming in, and at the same time all the plinth areas have been we've used the rock from the soil. We didn't throw away the murum, and we've recycled it. We've been able to achieve a almost 38% energy reduction in the making of this building as well as in its operations, which I think is very interesting. Also on the western side and eastern side of the roof slope, that is here and here, we have planned for solar photovoltaics so that these photovoltaic cells can take in solar energy in the morning and in the afternoon, so that all the general area lighting and electrical usage can go on solar. The building is also designed for universal accessibility. So as soon as you enter from here, which is the main entrance, there is no level difference, so anybody on wheelchair can easily come in. And we have also ensured that they are able to move very freely within the office without any obstruction. In case somebody who is elderly or wheelchair bound needs to go on the upper floor, at the end of the building there is a lift which will take you up, and then you can actually access the upper level floor. So the building has been carefully designed with universal accessibility. At the same time, at the fag end of the building there are fire escape staircases which are connected to an overlooking corridor which is here on the top, from where people can run down and kind of escape out of the building, so that in event of a fire they are easily able to run on either side 22.5 meters and kind of easily run out of the building. So we wanted to reinforce this point that universal accessibility as well as fire accessibility has been looked at very carefully, because the building is within an industrial campus where these are things that need to be followed as a lot of clients of Bajaj Auto also are from overseas as well as from well-known international brands like KTM and Triumph. Coming to the last bit of my explanation, so we have a building which is technically a large volume, where the spring line is about 8 meters and it has got an east light to bring in filtered light in the morning. But if you look at this building, it doesn't look like a typical plant office, because you have a beautiful green garden which cuts through this building, and everybody sitting in the office gets the view of the outside. So after this project was done, after 6 months, we interviewed a lot of people, and the feedback was that they just love coming here because it in the 8 hours that they work here, they're able to feel natural light, they're able to feel natural ventilation, and also the way the layout of the offices, where you have the garden in the middle and kind of a double height space, it actually gives a lot of opportunity for people to collaborate, co-create excellence. So we felt that This experiment of getting the outside in and the inside going out has worked very well at the Bajaj Chakan plant. And we're very happy that the team at Bajaj Auto really love their place of work, because we believe that in the 24 hours that we have, 8 hours is spent in working, and if you're not happy there, then it leads to a lot of lifestyle and psychological issues. So I think as architects, we felt it was a responsibility to create something very unique, and we've been kind of successful in doing that, and hope you liked what we shared with you and it gave you an idea of the project. Thank you.